Hey ARKS Silhouette here. Have you been running through the storage hell that is Cradle of Darkness ultra hard lately, and sifted through your loot to find this mysterious weapon? Have you seen a lot of people grinding lately with it in Rush Practice Harukotan solo, and wondered what's going on with that? Or maybe you've just been hearing a lot of things like JSword or Tsumikiri, and seeing screenshots with people triumphantly posing with what appears to be a sword of no less than Sephiroth himself? Well, it turns out there's a reason for that. While it's definitely powerful and has a pretty decent potential, and even has a fair amount of S-grade augment slots, it's not going to be really replacing the powerhouse that is the Lightweaver Klaus weapons anytime soon. That said, even so, this weapon, the Sealed Nodachi, is very special and has quite a bit of history behind it. You see, back in Phantasy Star Online, this weapon was simply called the Tsumikiri, with the nickname J-Sword being added later, and it had a very unique feature. After killing exactly 23,000 enemies with it, you could not only unseal it to remove the sheath and fulfill all of your Sephiroth cosplay outfits, but it also would gain the ability to produce an enormous, powerful blast of energy by using your entire photon blast gauge. Look at that. That's crazy. It was quite the devastating effect, and it came from a very rare sword with a staggering unlock requirement. You can see how it found itself enshrined as a legend in PSO history, remembered both fondly and with great wincing by veterans of the series. So back to PSO 2. As you probably guessed from the lead up and that little bit of history, yes, Sealed Nodachi is the Tsumikiri J-Sword. And while you cannot unfortunately use your photon blast gauge to cause massive explosions of power to devastate your enemies with it, unlocking it still requires 23,000 kills, and will net you not only a title, a weapon camo, but also bragging rights, and a pretty cool sword with a lot of history behind it. So what's the easiest way to unlock the sword? Aside from maining a hero and killing everything you see with it until you think to one day unequip it and see if you can unseal it then? Well, unfortunately the sword doesn't keep a counter on it, so personally what I do, I run Rush Practice Harukotan over and over, and you can see my counter at the bottom right here. Every time I clear it, I tick the number up. And that means in 230 runs, I will finally have my J-Sword unlocked. You see, Harukotan has 100 enemies exactly, meaning you can kind of use it as a reliable, quick source of enemies with a fixed spawn number, making it very easy to calculate that, yeah, after 230 runs, you're done. You can go ahead and try it now. It is a very slow journey, requiring you to just keep soldiering on in order to see it to completion. There simply is no other way to go about it, and knowing what is at the end, and why people are putting themselves through this kind of stuff, you might shake your head a bit and decide it's not worth it. But me, I think that's a pretty cool sword. And I'd like to walk around with the title, and the knowledge of having completed one of those old traditional trials that PSO veterans have been going through for years now. It just really has a cool ring to it. It's kind of like following in their footsteps and completing the old traditional journey. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. I'm trying to get a lot more regular with the content and keep current content coming while working on updated guides and informational videos in the back room. If you're interested in more guides, tips, and news for Phantasy Star Online 2 going forward, give me a like on this video and maybe subscribe. It'd be the world to me. If you want to catch me live, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, and every second Saturday night at twitch.tv/sillygames. Anyways, guys, that's everything. You're all wonderful. This is Silhouette, and I'm signing off. ARKS, may you have all the rare drops.